Shabbat shalom. How's everyone this morning? Good? Awesome. A huge welcome to Troop 30. I'm very excited you all are here. We have our annual Scout Shabbat. So this morning we'll have scouts and scout leaders coming up and leading us in some of our readings. And then Dan is going to teach us a little bit about what the troop does and sort of the rich history between the temple and Troop 30. So it's going to be a good morning. I'm excited. And also, Jennifer and Avery are both ill, unfortunately, so you're stuck with me, so I really need you to sing out. All right, let's do it. Our opening song? Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov Manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. And we turn to page 172. Note for the scouts, the book does open backwards because we read Hebrew right to left. So it'll look like this, and you'll open it that way. Page 172, and we'll sing together, Ma Tovu. Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu, O Halecha Yaakov, Mishkenatecha Yisrael, Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu, O Halecha Yaakov, Mishkenatecha Yisrael, Va'ani berov chastecha, Avo v'techa, Eshtacha ve'al kodshecha be'yiratecha, Ma tovu, Ma tovu, O halecha Yaakov, Mishkenatecha Yisrael, Ma tovu, Ma tovu, O halecha Yaakov, Mishkenatecha Yisrael, Mishkenatecha Yisrael. And now we turn to page 180, and I'd like to invite David to come up and read for us.
These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all.
Thank you. And now we turn to page 195, and we rise physically, spiritually, or both for the Baruch Hu. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la. As we turn to page 196, I'd like to invite Jenny to come up and read for us.
The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcomed than gold. A Torah from heaven, I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness.
Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMe'orot. And we turn to page 200 for the calling of the Shema. You may be seated. And you shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be a symbol between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, so you may remember all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God. We turn to page 203, and I'd like to invite Bruce to come up and read for us.
Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Page 204. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, o sefele, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar b'kodesh. Little spoiler alert for the service. We're actually going to get to see mi chamocha in the Torah this week, so it'll be cool. I'm excited. So now we turn to page 205, or I guess look to the other side of the page. We rise physically, spiritually, or both, and I'd like to invite Mike and Sarah Harlan to lead us. We'll do the English on 205, we'll sing it together, and then we'll jump into the Hebrew and English on 206.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Mevi Gula Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah.
And on page 207, I'd like to invite Caroline to come read for us.
You are the open door that beckons me in. Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold, that I might abide with you in the house of the Eternal. I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mizvah, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving.
Good job, good job. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Mekadesh et shemcha ba'olam, Keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, kakatuv al yad neviecha, v'karazel ze ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Meloch ol haaretz, Kivodo. Adir Adirenu Adonai, Adonenu Ma'adir Shimcha b'chol haaretz, Baruch Kivod Adonai Mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu vehu Yashmienu, berachamav le'enei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Zion, ledor vador, Hallelujah. Ledor vador nagid God lecha, ulanetzach nesachim v'shusha nakdish, v'shivcha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush, leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. Are we doing Yismechu? You want to come up and sing Yismechu too? Don't have to. Sweet, let's do it. Yismechu, yes. Alechutecha, Shomorei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Onei Shabbat. Yismechu, Alechutecha, Shomorei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Onei Shabbat.
Mekadeshei Shavi Shabbat, Kulam Yisbehu Vayitangu Metuvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomorei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Onei Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomorei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, Onei Shabbat. V'hashvi'i ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat. Chemdat yamim oto hokarata Shabbat. Yismechu Lema'aseh v'reishit Shabbat. Lema'aseh v'reishit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat v'koreh oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat v'koreh oneg Shabbat.
Thanks for letting me put you on the spot. Right? On the spot. So good. So good. Also, for all of Troop 30, in case you didn't notice, that is actually my favorite song, so. And we turn to page 216, and I'd like to invite Anne to come up and read for us.
O God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your spirits that life prevail.
Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, Bashalom. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uveracha. La 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 la. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uveracha. We take a moment for a silent prayer, a meditation, just a nice moment of quiet to enjoy the holy space we've created together here this morning. We all need healing in our lives, healing of body, of spirit, of mind. At this point in our service, we take a moment to think of those in our lives that are in need of healing, whether it be you, loved one, family member, friend, anyone you might be thinking of this morning. As we name them in our hearts, we turn to page 253 to sing together Mi Sheberach, our prayer for healing. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals the sick. Amen. Now, we turn to page 244. I'm really excited for the Torah service. So, what we're going to do this morning, Megan, do you want to get the Torah out for us? You don't have to. All right, sweet. Thanks. All right, so Megan's going to get the Torah out of the ark for us, but I would like to invite any of the scouts, scout leaders, or congregants who want to come and join in the Hakafah, the Torah parade, to please come on up. And so we'll do the Torah parade, and I'll invite everyone to come up who wants to see the Torah, because this week for reading the Song of the Sea, right? Michamocha is a part of that, but there's this whole section of song. So we'll look at that together, see how different it looks from the rest of the text and why that is. And then we will return the Torah to the ark, and Dan will come up and tell us a little bit about Troop 30 and all the amazing things that you all do. Sound like a plan? All right, sounds like a lot. It actually happens pretty quick. So we're on page 244. I would like to invite you to rise physically, spiritually, or both. Yeah, come on up. Let's do it. Malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor. Adonai melech, Adonai melech, Adonai yidor, Olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'oitei, Adonai yivarech et tarov hashalom, Adonai yivarech et tarov hashalom. Sure. Can we do Shema real quick? Yeah. Sweet. Oh, good. Okay. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Adonai Hagedol, Hagedol, Ha'tiferet ve'anetzach ve'ha'od. Ki chol hashamayim uva'aretz, ki chol hashamayim uva'aretz. Lecha Adonai ha'melacha, ve'hamitnaseh lechol rosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al Torah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al Torah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. All right. So, anyone who wants to come up and actually see the Torah, come on out. Everyone else can be seated. Yeah, come on in. The Torah itself does not bite, don't worry. Yeah, come on close. So, we have, and I'll, well, not me. Megan's gonna lift the Torah for us, and it'll be right in the middle, actually, so you'll be able to see it if you're in your seats, or if you decide last minute you wanna go up and see it. The floor is open. So this is what the sort of like a normal column looks like, right? They're very uniform and they fit just nice and neat. And each Torah scroll is handwritten, right? So it takes a scribe about a year to write the whole thing. But we have this really nice section, right? So once in a while there are sections of the Torah where the Torah wants us to know that something extra special is happening, even if we're not reading the text, right? So even if we have no idea what any of this is, we know there's something special about that, right? So the way that this works is we have the whole story of sort of Moses lifting his hand. They're being chased by the Egyptians, and they come up to this body of water, and they're like, well, all right, this is it. And then the sea actually opens up, and they're able to walk through on dry land. And as they're walking through on dry land, we get this song of the sea, as it's called. And I guess technically there are two songs. So we get Az Yashir Moshe B'nai Israel et Hashira Hazot. So then Moses and the children of Israel sing this song to Adonai. And we get the whole song. And part of that is what we sang earlier, right? Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, who is like you among the other gods, Adonai, awesome in wonder and splendor. So like, it's this really cool song. So we get the song itself, but then the very first sentence after the song is definitely one of my top 10 like verses of Torah, and it's Vatikach Miriam Hanaviyah. Then Miriam, the prophetess, right? She's specifically called a prophetess. Achot Aharon, the sister of Aaron, she took et hatof biyada. She takes the timbrel or the musical instrument in her hand, and she leads the Israelites in even more song, right? So we get this whole song of praise, and then we get Miriam, the prophetess, leading the Israelites onto the other side of the, I guess, dry land, even though they were walking through dry land the whole time, to the other shore, I suppose is a better way to put it. So, Micha Mocha is right here. So this is what it sounds like from the Torah. And actually, before we do that, page 250, there's blessings involved, you know? So we'll do the beautiful chaos. You all will be the individual, and I will be the congregation. So I'll count down from 3, and you'll start with Baruch Hu, and we'll get the cacophony of prayer. It'll be great. 3, 2, 1. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Amen. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha nedar ba'kodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, Natita yamincha, Tivla emo aretz, Nachita bechastecha, Amzuga alta, Nehal Taba azcha el neve kochecha. So that part, we got Micha Mocha, right? Who is like you, O God, among the other gods that are worshipped. Kind of a rhetorical question, right? But it does pose an interesting idea, right? So we think of Judaism and the Torah being a monotheistic text, right? Where there's only one God. But we actually see throughout the Torah that that's not entirely the case, right? So we have kind of what some scholars have called monolatry, where there's the recognition that there are lots of gods or divine-ish beings, but there's one God who is supreme above them all, right? And so in this instance, we have the God of Israel sort of being the supreme God, and then later on, we get the development of the idea of monotheism, right? Well, if one God is better than all the other ones, then are there actually other gods, right? So this is what's happening over thousands of years of thought and relationship with the divine, right? Because it takes a long time to figure out, like for many of us, right, our entire lifetime, and we won't figure out our relationship with God, right? It's going to continue to evolve over time, and honestly, it kind of should be that way. So we have that in the beginning, or sort of in the middle, and then towards the end, we have Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed, right? And that's the one section we kind of sing together at the very end of the second verse of Micha Mocha. So it's a good time. One of the other really fun things is we have bayam, we have mayim, so all of these words for water on either side, and then you have the people walking in the middle. So the text itself is outlined to look like the people walking on the dry land with the water on either side. So it's a really great time. I'm going to shut up because Dan's coming up. So bottom of 250, blessing after the reading of the Torah. I'll count down. Let's see how it goes. 3, 2, 1. Amen. Good job, everyone. So you all may be seated. If you are in the back and wanted to see it up close, come on up. Last chance. Anyone else want to see it? You can see it after. It doesn't have to be right now. But yeah, then Dan, come on up. And then, wait. You're gonna. Do you want it? Yes. Yep. And we rise physically, spiritually, or both on the bottom of 252 as we dress the Torah. And it's lifted. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe, b'yad Moshe. Al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael, v'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. You may be seated.
Thank you, Rabbi Matt. My first obligation is to thank the congregation of the temple for their long-lasting support of scouting. We really appreciate it. This is our 109th year of scouting in Troop 30. It's a long time. And Rabbi Matt, we'd like to welcome you to the temple congregation. We're glad to have you here. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. We want to educate you a little bit. You've been outside today?
Yeah.
That we refer to this as Troop 30 camping weather.
Nice.
That is, if it doesn't precipitate on an outing, we don't count it. So that's sort of what's going on. And our troop has a long history. As a matter of fact, Troop 30 proudly produced the first Eagle Scout in the state of Kentucky, a gentleman named Saul Ades, who became our Scoutmaster at one point in time. And we're real proud of that. And the Eagle Scouts are an important part. Everybody knows it's the highest rank you can achieve in scouting. It's a great accomplishment. You may have noticed scouting has changed a little bit. Some of you haven't been around a while. We have these things called girls. And we would also tell you, we actually think we had the first girl Eagle Scout in the state of Kentucky. Now, the way Scouting chose to handle that is they had an inaugural class, so they didn't want to make it a raced eagle, because you see, attaining the Eagle Scout is an adventure, a trek, and everyone does it individually. It's not a race. It's about the experiences you have as you go on that trek. That's why it's so well regarded. But some of the work we do is really important. You've met Mr. Otto. Mr. Otto is a special individual. And because of Eagle Scouts, you got to meet Mr. Otto. Because you never would have met Mr. Otto. Because before you got here, Mr. Otto drowned in our lake at our camp. And 4 of our Eagle Scout lifeguards, not of our troop, brought Mr. Otto out, performed CPR, performed AED, and Mr. Otto is a survivor of a cardiac arrest. There are not a lot of those around. So I encourage you to meet Mr. Otto, shake his hand, maybe you can get some of his luck. We shake his hand and go buy lottery tickets, but it hasn't worked yet, but we'll keep doing it. So we really appreciate all those things we do. We wanted to tell you too the reason it is important for the Temple congregation to support Scouting. We do something, we meet a niche that a lot of people is very important today that's not going on. Some of us are former educators. We do something called social emotional learning is what we do. The other part we do is we like to say we come up with a new thing, we're social without the media. Think about that for a little bit. Those of you who have children at home who the second they walk in the door from school go to their iPad, that might hold some meaning for you. And I'm here to tell you too, Scouting is changing. I told you have girls, and because of that, this month, Scouting is actually changing names. They finally figured out that the name Boy Scouts of America probably isn't totally appropriate these days. So our new name is Scouting America, because it fits our mission better, we think. Mission, what is the mission? The mission of Scouting America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and Law. Now I would tell you, if we meet our mission, how much better does that make this world? There's a vision statement that goes along with that, pretty similar. Scouting America will prepare every eligible youth in America. This is where the change, every eligible youth in America, to become a responsible, participating citizen and leader who is guided by the Scout Oath and Law. We think that's a pretty heavy burden to carry, but we're happy to carry it. So how do we do that? Well, I would tell you, Rabbi Matt, while the troop has been around 109 years, I have not been there all that time. There are some people that think we have. But we did a little thing, we thought you might like to know this. Eagle Scouts, we talked about that. I'm starting my 26th year as Scoutmaster. During my tenure, we were at about 130 Eagle Scouts just in the boy side. And we've had several on the girl side as well. And they're catching up rapidly, which is great. So I did a little poll of our leaders. And the leaders on the boy side, just the leaders on the boy side, we have 440 years of Scouting experience. That's a big number. And we are here because we want to deliver, our promise is to deliver the program to the youth. I would tell you, if you put in the girl leaders, you're going to bump that number well over 500 for sure, and that's only been around 5 years. So we are blessed in the adults we have, and I would assure you, Temple congregation, that we take very seriously that we represent the Temple in everything we do, and we want to make you proud, and we think we do that. We think we meet a lot of the goals and objectives of your religion in community outreach. You'll see us, we'd invite you any Thursday night, you want to see what controlled chaos is, come downstairs in the Klein Center and we'll show you. One event we do that's very moving, we lead the planting of flags on all the graves at the Zachary Taylor Cemetery on the Saturday before Memorial Day. So in about 40 minutes, 14,000 graves get a American flag in front of them. It's a very patriotic, great thing to say, great way to start off the summer, as we like to say. And we welcome you aboard to what we have to offer. And again, we're very proud to represent the temple and represent scouting. We've got a great thing going. If you know of the only problem we have in our troop, in our 2 troops, we don't have enough kids. So if you know a youth that's not doing scouting, talk to them. We have, we say these things we do, and tell the adults the real important things we do. How do we do this? Well, we do it through canoeing and kayaking and hiking, backpacking, and our lab is in the outdoors. And one of the strengths of our program is our youth are allowed to make mistakes. When we talk about, okay, why did you burn the biscuits? Yeah, they got the discomfort of eating charred biscuits. But they learn and they grow and they become better people for it. And they realize making a mistake isn't important. It's how you respond to that mistake that's important. A lesson that some kids are afraid to learn these days. They think they have to be perfect. And that's why I would suggest some of them hide behind their iPad. They're afraid to make a mistake. Well, we push them out of that, let them make a mistake, laugh together, cry together, and have a great time. And we would invite anyone who has a youth to join us. And you're certainly welcome to come down and see what we're up to as well. And again, thank you very much for your loyalty over these years. We really appreciate it. We got a great thing going. Come check us out. Thank you.
Yeah, it can go either way. Thank you. No, I'm really excited. One of the things I'm most excited about is like being able to spend more time with Troop 30 and hopefully join you all in some outings and like actually build a relationship. It'll be great because there is such a rich history in the relationship between the temple and Troop 30, and I love that the troop is expanding. And so I did scouting when I was younger. I did Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. I didn't make it all the way, but I'm excited to get back into it because a lot of the scouting values can be found within Jewish values and vice versa. So I'm really looking forward to sort of deepening the understanding of those beautiful values and helping to like nurture future leaders, right? One of the beautiful things about scouting is that there is that process of learning and growing and becoming, right? And that actually fosters great leadership when each of you become adults and start your own lives and your own families and your own careers, right? A lot of the values you learn in scouting will help you be good leaders in the future. So very excited. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, so with that, we are going to round out our service. We come to page 283. We rise physically, spiritually, or both. Oh, actually, we have Eitz Chaim first. I forgot we need to put this. Yes. And then we'll be on 283. Eitz Chaim. Together in the middle of 283. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else. Va'anachnu Nishtachavi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You may be seated as we turn to page 287. Let's read the English together at the top of the page. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai L'melech hakol ha'aretz B'yom ha'hu yiyeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad U'shemo echad. It has been said Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one, and God's name will be one. Page 289. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. This morning in our community we are remembering Anna Luz Gonzalez, S.P. Cy Auerbach, Helen Benevitz, Franny Blumenson, Ruth Greenberg, Helene Grossman, Morris Judah Jr., Elma Nussbaum, Lawrence Edelman, Joan Klein, S. Harry Linker, Bess Miller, Nora Prabulda, Regina Sivak, Sam Baker, Lawrence Barr, James Levy, Zachar Milton, Celia Adix, Isaac Prabluda, Harry Smith, Vera Weinstein, Shirley Barron, Boris Haller, Helene Schwab, Frida Weinstock, Marlene Weisberg, Helen Arbiter, Eileen Breyer, Rosalind Feldman, William Radigan, Michal Alexander, Elizabeth Traeger Baum, Nancy Cunnigan, David Friedlander, Jean Goff, Richard Green, Florence Katz, Ethel Levy, Shirley Waldman, Ida Cohen, Shirley Rice, and in recent days, Zinovi Vilder and a past Troop 30 leader, Will Patterson. We think of our loved ones, those whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the memory of our loved ones on our hearts, we rise according to your custom on page 294 for Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divara chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv, v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam U'almei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal Shemei Dikudisha Barechu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiram be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei Shalom b'mramav Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories forever be a blessing and a guiding light along our journeys. Amen. You may be seated. Our closing song will be Osei Shalom. Osei Shalom b'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Osei Shalom b'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Osei Shalom b'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Osei Shalom b'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Yivarechechem Adonai v'yishmerachem. Ya'er Adonai panav alechem v'chunekem. Yisa Adonai panav alechem v'yasem lachem. Shalom. May God bless you and keep each one of you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. Amen. Say Shabbat Shalom to someone you don't know, and I know we have some goodies outside. Thanks to Troop 30 for being here. This was great. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.